Hi everyone, I'm Katie Blakeman, your Champaign County Circuit Clerk, and today's Ask Katie segment is all about e-filing. What is e-filing? Well, rather than coming to the courthouse and bringing your paper court documents to be filed and handing them to the clerk, you can actually scan and upload those documents and file them electronically. Then the clerk, rather than using our handy paper file stamp, will accept those filings in an electronic queue, and it will be time and date stamped through the system. In Illinois, e-filing has been mandatory on civil cases since January of 2018. Champaign County was the first county in the state to be fully integrated with the Supreme Court mandated statewide e-filing system, which means that when you e-file something, it is almost immediately available in our court case management system once it has been accepted. In July of 2019, Champaign County also began accepting e-filing on criminal and juvenile cases. The statewide e-filing system is available 24/7, and filings are being accepted even during this courthouse closure. Typically, a pro se filer, meaning a person who is filing without the aid of an attorney, has the ability to file in person at a public terminal in the courthouse, and circuit clerk staff or justice corps volunteers are available to assist you, walking you through that process. Since we can't do that right now, I put together this little training video to walk you through those steps. So I hope it is helpful. As always, please reach out to us if you have any questions or need any additional assistance. I hope you enjoy the video, and please let us know if there are any other future topics that you'd like me to cover.
Before you file any court documents, you will need to register as a filer with Odyssey File and Serve. From the Champaign County Circuit Clerk homepage, click on E-File Court Documents. Then scroll down to click on the large Odyssey e-file icon. From here, you will click on Register and begin adding your information. You will need a valid email address, an address that is not a P.O. box, and a telephone number. We're just going to pretend to be Jane today. When you enter your information, be sure to write down your password and security question. And pick something that's easy for you to remember. The security question will help you recover your account if you forget your password. Next, you will need to select which kind of account you are creating. Unless you are an attorney, you will need to select Self-Represented Account. When you do, this pop-up appears and asks you to confirm that you are self-represented. This means that you are filing without a lawyer. Attorneys must register as a firm account. Click on Continue as Pro Se. Next, enter your address. It's important to use an address where you can regularly check your mail. If papers are served to you or the court needs to send notice about your case, this is the address you will use. And let's scroll down to Illinois. We'll pretend that we live in Urbana. Enter your zip code and a phone number. After you click Next, you will see the Terms of Service. Read the terms and click Agree to create your account. You will receive an email from Odyssey to confirm that your email address is correct, but then that's it. You are now ready to file. Before you can e-file your court documents, you will need to add a payment account. Here I have logged into my brand new Odyssey e-file account, and it's giving me a notice here that I need to create a payment account. If there's a filing fee due for any court documents you're wishing to file, it must be paid at the time of filing. If you cannot afford the filing fee, you will still have to follow the steps to create a payment account, but can select Waiver. This does not mean that your waiver will be approved. You may have to create another payment account and pay filing fees if the waiver is denied. So let's go ahead and create a payment account. From the home page above the filer dashboard, we'll click on this orange button for Actions, and in the drop-down, we'll select Payment Accounts. First, this pop-up will appear. Read the information and click I understand and agree. Next, click on Add Payment Account. Enter a name for the account payment. You can name it anything you like. This name is just so you can identify the payment account later. So we're going to start with a credit card, so we'll call this Jane's credit card. Click on the payment account type. And here, because we are selecting credit card, we'll select credit card and click Enter Account Information. You want to click on the credit card bubble and enter your account information. You will hit Continue once you are finished. There are several different types of payment accounts. So here, if we want to try a checking account, we'll call it Jane's Checking. Again, you will enter that account information and click eCheck. And eCheck means that you are entering your bank routing and account number, and that means direct payment from a checking or savings bank account. So you'll need to select either checking or savings. Enter that account information, including the account number and routing number, and click Continue. And now, once you've created either of those, you can either e-file your court documents and pay with an e-check or with a credit card. But let's say you cannot afford your filing fees. So in this case, we're going to still add a payment account, and we're going to call this Waiver just for our records. Under Select Payment Account Type, we will select Waiver. Then all you have to do is select Save Changes. And see here we have Waiver Account, Payment Account Type Waiver, and Active Yes. When it says yes, that means that you are now able to e-file court documents. We'll go ahead and delete this checking account though. So here we have successfully created a payment account. And we go back to the home page, and it will begin giving you instructions on how to e-file your first case. In this section, we will be covering how to file a new case in Odyssey eFile. So here we've logged into our new Odyssey eFile account, and we have two primary options here: start a new case or file into an existing case. If you need assistance or want someone to walk you through the process, click on this little question mark here and click Show Me How. So then these little pop-ups will show up and walk you through step by step. So we'll click on Start a New Case. And again, the pop-up will show you what to do. The fields that are highlighted in red, the red sections, are the sections that you have to fill out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is select the location. Here we're filing in Champaign County, so we'll go to the drop-down and we will select Champaign County. The case category for e-filing is the way the court has divided up and labeled groups of case types. Sometimes, because these are legal terms that are used by the court, it may not be that easy to understand or guess which types of cases would be in which category. So if you need help with that, I would recommend going to Illinois Legal Aid online for that kind of assistance. Today we're going to be filing for divorce, so we're going to click Dissolution. The case type is the topic you want to address with the court. So in this case, again, it is dissolution and say there are children. So we're going to select dissolution with children. Then click Save Changes. And you will always have to select Save Changes before you can move on to the next section. Next, we will need to fill out the information for the parties. The party types are the two people who are involved in the case. So the petitioner and the respondent. The petitioner is the person who is initiating the case. So in this case, the person who is filing for divorce. And then the respondent is the person who is the other spouse in this case. So we need to fill out the details for each selected party. The first one is the petitioner. So we'll put the first and last name. Jane Smith is filing for divorce. Ordinarily, you would fill out all of this additional contact information, but today we're just going to enter the names. And click Save Changes. Again, now you'll need to enter the other party. So Jane is filing for divorce from her husband, John Smith. So we will enter that information. And again, click Save Changes. Next, we will move on to filing. So here, we want to make sure that we have selected e-file. In some accounts, there may be the option to e-file and serve, but for your purposes, most likely you're just going to be filing. So make sure that you've selected e-file. The filing code is the type of document you are filing. So the first document in a divorce case we will be filing is a petition. If you don't know what type of document you need to file, again, I would recommend that you go to Illinois Legal Aid online for that assistance. Now, the filing description is particularly important in Champaign County. This section is what builds the docket entry or the record of what has been filed in this case. So what you're going to want to do in this filing description line is write the title of the document you are filing. So we are filing a petition for dissolution. Next, we will upload the document that we want to file. And it must be a PDF, so make sure that you have your document in a PDF format before you try to upload it. Okay? So here we'll click on Computer, we'll find that document. So we are going to select the Divorce with Children petition, and then we will select the security level. Most of the time you will be filing something that is non-confidential. In most cases, anything you would be filing would be non-confidential, but occasionally something with a social security number or personal identity information could be filed as confidential. Then you will want to save changes. If you want to add another filing, so in this case, say you were filing in the paper world and you were mailing something to the clerk's office, you have two stapled documents and you're putting them in the same envelope. We call this a digital envelope as well. So again, we will select the filing code, and you can use this drop down to find what you're looking for. I'm going to select Other Document Not Listed. If you can't find what you're looking for, you can put Other Document Not Listed. Okay, so again, we're going to upload that document. So here I'm selecting my parenting plan and the security level. If you need additional optional services and fees, you can select them here. So if you can't find that under the filing code, sometimes you can find it here. So if you need to order a summons or copies, certified copies, you can do that here and save changes. Always save changes before you go to the next section. And if you need to stop in the middle of it and go back to it later, you can always save as a draft and go back to this same document or same envelope. Okay, next you will select your payment account. So you will have needed to create a payment account before getting to this point, and you'll see all the filing fees here. In this case, I am selecting my waiver account, so you'll see that then zeroes out the filing fees. If you are filing with a waiver account, you'll need to make sure that you file a petition for waiver of court fees along with it. Okay, and then you will select Save Changes again, and then you go to the summary page. I like to describe the summary page as the final looking at your cart in Amazon or other online shopping. So you're looking at, okay, did I add this to my cart properly? Is this everything I'm ordering? These are the petitioner and respondent. These are the parties in the case. These are the documents I'm filing. And look over everything to make sure it's correct, and then hit Submit. Once you've submitted it, you should receive an email from Odyssey confirming it's been submitted with a copy of what you've submitted, and once it's accepted by the clerk, you'll get a file stamped copy also emailed to you. So that is how you initiate a case in Odyssey eFile Illinois. In this section, we will cover how to file into an existing case. So again, we have come to our filer dashboard in Odyssey eFile, and we're going to select File into Existing Case. First, we will select the location, and because we're here in Champaign County, we'll scroll down and select Champaign County. Then you can search by case number or party name. The case number should be found on the upper right-hand corner of any court documents you've received already about the case. If you don't know the case number, you can also search by party name. So here we're going to go ahead and search by case number, and it's good to enter all four digits of the year, capital letters, and the number. Okay, so here's the case we're looking for. We're going to go over here to Actions. In the drop-down, we will File into Case. And this pulls up all the information about the case. So we don't have to re-enter any of this information. We have the party information, we have the case number, all of that information. So all you have to do here is upload your document and file your document. So again, we want to make sure that we've selected eFile. Unless you know that you are serving the other party electronically, you want to make sure that you select eFile. And then the filing code. Here we're going to be filing the answer or appearance in this case. So say this is the other party responding to the petition for divorce. Okay. So here we've selected appearance. And then, again, in the filing description, you're going to want to put the title of the document you are filing. And then you will go to your computer and upload the PDF. So I'm selecting that document. Again, selecting the security level. Adding any optional services or fees if you need them. Say I need to add some certified copies. We'll do that there. Okay, and go down to your payment account. In this account I have only a waiver account, so that's what I'm going to file with, and that zeroed out my filing fees. Again, you'll need to file that fee waiver petition if you want to file with a waiver. And then select Save Changes, and we'll go to our summary screen again. The summary screen will show you everything so you can review it and make sure everything is correct before you submit. And once you submit, then you will receive an email letting you know that it has been submitted, and then you'll receive another email once that filing has been accepted. Or if your filing is rejected, you'll receive an email explaining why it has been rejected. And that is how you file into an existing case.